Today, we're going to be talking about 4 ways to boost your testosterone levels naturally. All right. Earlier on this week, if you've been tuning into the episodes that have been going down this week, you've realized I've been talking about steroids quite a bit. All right. And today, we're going to be talking about testosterone, which some people take in the form of a steroid, and how to actually boost it naturally on your own without the use of, exogenous testosterone, without having to inject testosterone. I'm going to help you figure out 4 ways to boost your natural testosterone levels so that you can put on more muscle in the gym, experience a slightly faster recovery time, of course, be able to get stronger and keep body fat low or in control. All right. So if you struggle with keeping yourself lean, if you know your diet's off, if you know that, based off of, testing, if you did your blood work, that your testosterone is low, you might want to pick. Ooh, we got some stuff on TikTok there. You might want to pick away at this episode. I got 4 tips. You can pick one, pick all 4, use them, and hopefully they'll be able to assist you. Of course, I'm not a doctor, right? If you do actually have chronically low levels of testosterone, talk to your doctor, work with somebody that specializes in endocrinology, and figure it out. Okay. I'm not telling you to take gear or to look for T or THRT, but like some people need it. Okay. So these 4 steps will work for you if you're not actually like chronically unhealthy. I just want to put that disclaimer out there, right? If you are chronically unhealthy and you have critically low testosterone levels and it makes sense, then talk to your doctor. But outside of that, we're going to be giving 4 tips today on how to boost your natural testosterone so that you can experience better gains in the gym, more muscle retention, easier recovery, so on and so forth. Okay. As usual, you're more than welcome to ask questions and, pretty much make comments throughout the podcast recording. But at the very end, I'll try my very best to answer as many questions related to this topic or fitness in general as possible. And then we'll be moving on. All right. So with that said, with that out the way, we'll be diving into today's podcast episode in 5. Not yet, actually. We got to change this up here. The microphone, it's picking up the wrong microphone right now. So we want to make sure that we've got the right microphone. All right. What's good, bro? I thought, yeah, some people are weird on TikTok. Wait, it says, yo, bro, guess what happened after my workout? I brought my dirt bike and I don't have a license plate. So yeah, since I take dirt, I don't know, bro. I don't know what you're saying there, but that's you, bro. I appreciate you for tuning in, though. Let me just get this thing solved real quick. Just got to make sure we're recording with this mic. Okay. Somebody call me a little baby on here. That's hilarious. Microphone, Yeti. Sweet. Let's press OK. Sick. Good. Nope. All right. We'll be recording this podcast episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yo, what's good, meatheads? Hope you're having an amazing day, and welcome to another episode of the Meathead on the Mic podcast. It's the returning champion, IFBB PRO, Matt Butale, coming at you with another topic today. All right. I'll be giving you guys 4 tips on how to boost your natural testosterone levels. All right. But before we dive in, if you know anybody that's struggling with their diet or is struggling with potentially undiagnosed low testosterone, throw this episode to them. These 4 tips might be the deal breaker in helping them improve their current condition. Of course, I'm not a doctor. If you actually have tested, you've done your blood tests, and you figure that you have low testosterone, I recommend that you go seek out a professional's advice in the field of medicine, right? Doctor or something, specifically with endocrinology, somebody that knows hormones. Talk to them if you actually have critically low testosterone. But if you don't have critically low testosterone, and if you are just looking to have that extra edge and you've been going to the gym and you want to clean up your diet, then this is the episode for you. No, it has nothing to do with your genetics, or not as much as you think. And it has a lot to do with, if not everything to do with, 2 things: your micronutrient consumption and your diet. Okay, which is your diet. Everything is your diet. Okay, so let's break it down. Let's dive into this. It's going to be short, sweet, straight to the point. All right. Look, if you've been paying attention, if you've been sticking around and staying tuned on the Meathead on the Mic podcast this week, you've known that I've been talking about steroids for quite a bit of time. All right. This week was sort of like themed around talking about testosterone or like steroids and like the impact that it has on the youth and so on and so forth. And, since I've been talking about steroids recently, I just wanted to inform you about things you can do to, naturally boost your testosterone without taking testosterone from an exogenous source. Okay. And before we get into that, I want to remind you guys that your genetics aren't a death sentence, and biohacking, for the most part, is somewhat real. And when I say biohacking, I'm referring to doing things, consuming things that are natural, of course, or adopting practices and habits in your life that will benefit you in the sense of taking more advantage of your genetics, giving you the ability to perform better, to recover smarter and better, more efficiently, so on and so forth. That's what I mean when I say biohacking. And in today's episode, my intention is to give you guys 4 steps to help you improve in that area of your fitness journey. Okay. So yes, your genetics are limited in the sense that, you can't change immutable factors like, the way your muscle inserts, or hereditary traits, if you're getting, things passed down from your parents and stuff like that, weight gain or loss advantages, fast, slow metabolisms, disadvantages, etc. Like, your genetics do count in that sense, but by no means is it a legitimate excuse for you to not become an absolute shredded monster, or to get in the best possible shape of your life with these 4 tips. Okay. And again, these 4 tips alone aren't just going to give you a fuck ton of muscle. These 4 tips alone aren't going to reinvent the wheel, but they're definitely going to add fuel to the fire if you've been burning and you've been being consistent in the gym, and you've been being consistent, or at least trying to, in the kitchen and with supplementation. Okay. So let's break it down. How to boost your natural testosterone. Tip number 1 out of 4 is eat more healthy fats. Okay. It's ironic. It's very ironic. I mean, you want to build muscle, right? You want to get more energy. You want to be able to just put it this way. When you're getting shredded, you're burning fat. You're getting rid of that, right? And it's so ironic that in order to help yourself get more shredded, or in this case, boost your natural testosterone, you have to consume more healthy fats. I know it's ironic, and most things in fitness kind of don't make sense. So I always urge you to do your research. Just because I'm an IFBB pro, don't listen to me. Go out and online and Google what I'm talking about, or talk to a doctor, whatever it is. Never just take information firsthand on social media, on internet, on anywhere. Just always, research and quadruple down, get your answers. But eating more healthy fats is going to help you produce more natural testosterone. It's ironic, but it's true. Healthy fats, that are found in avocados, nuts of certain kinds, eggs, fish, olive oil, they may help increase testosterone levels. That's one thing I want you guys to focus on. If you aren't focusing on it already, I know some of you guys are eating healthy fats, but it's sort of unintentional, and that's a good thing. But you want to be more aware of it, and you want to actually be able to consume it on a regular basis, so that you can at least capitalize and get the most advantage you can possibly get when it comes to boosting your natural testosterone. So tip number 1, guys, short, sweet, to the point. Okay. Eat more healthy fats. That's the very first tip I'm going to give you guys. All right. And I've actually used these tips as well. And I did turn pro naturally as an IFBB pro bodybuilder. So I know what I'm talking about, but I always do recommend that you go out and you do your research as well, and never just take anything firsthand. Always take anything online on social media with a grain of salt, so that you have your answers. All right. Number 2 out of 4 is get enough vitamin D. Okay. Emphasis on enough. A lot of you guys think you are getting enough vitamin D, when in reality you aren't. Okay. How do you get vitamin D? What are the easiest ways to get vitamin D so that you can get enough vitamin D and boost your testosterone production naturally? I personally would recommend taking vitamin D3 supplements, right? It's a micronutrient, it's a vitamin. You can take that. You can have foods that are rich in vitamin D. Okay. But I'll just be honest with you, to get a healthy amount, or to get close to enough of the required amount for your specific body of any vitamin, it's going to take a fuck ton of food volume. So you want to have a mixture of eating foods rich in vitamin D, a mixture of going outside and getting good sun exposure, typically earlier in the day when the sun is peaking, right? That's number 2. And number 3, supplementing it with the vitamin D3 tablets. All right. So I say supplementing because it's a supplement. I wouldn't recommend that you completely rely on, cabinet supplements or cabinet vitamins for your overall intake when it comes to any micronutrient. Okay. So get your vitamin D through the sun, get your vitamin D through what you eat. And also, just for the cherry on top, get your vitamin D through your supplements. Okay. And again, there is such thing as too much, even with vitamins. So you don't want to be overdosing or, going crazy with it. Look at your blood work. It's the easiest thing to do. Look at your blood work and see what you're deficient in, and try your very best to incorporate foods in your diet to negate or balance out those deficiencies. Okay, because it just might not be like a vitamin D deficiency. You could have a deficiency in any other mineral or vitamin or micronutrient, right? And the whole part, and I guess of this tip number 3 here, which is getting enough vitamin D, is just sort of making sure all of your micronutrients are topped. Because when your micronutrients are topped and everything is where it should be, your body is close enough to an optimal state. And the closer you are to an optimal state where you can function properly, you are more likely than not going to be able to utilize and produce more natural testosterone. Okay, so yes, tip number 3 is get enough vitamin D, but it's also go get your blood work done at least 3 to 4 times a year, and make sure that you're not deficient in any micronutrients, and do your very best to balance out your deficiency in micronutrients if you do have a deficiency. Okay, but vitamin D is crucial for testosterone production. You can get vitamin D, as I said, from sun exposure, through foods such as salmon. Salmon's really rich in vitamin D, and also dairy products. And then just to put the cherry on top, if you are deficient, I would recommend using a vitamin D3 supplement, or whatever vitamin D supplement that you want to use, just to make sure that you are no longer deficient if you are. Okay, so that's tip number 2, getting a vitamin D. Number 3, can't stress this one enough, especially to the young guys. I'm definitely guilty of this one, especially earlier on in my fitness journey. And it is get enough sleep, get enough rest. Our body does most of everything in our sleep. Our GH, or growth hormone that we all naturally produce. Yeah, if you didn't know we did that, we do produce our own natural growth hormone. It's secreted from our pituitary gland. That all happens, that magic, when your body does all that hormone magic and all the growing, all the healing, everything is done in our sleep. Okay, we actually burn calories on our sleep because our body is working hard to repair everything and to fix it all up so that when we wake up, we're on our A game. All right, so get enough sleep, of course, for muscle, to be able to heal your muscles properly and give yourself as much of a head start as possible for the next day. Just speaking even cognitively, like your brain and your focus, so on and so forth. But regardless, getting enough sleep is going to help you boost your natural testosterone, because poor sleep quality can, of course, lead to decreased testosterone levels, as much as it could really relate to decreased anything levels, like decreased focus, decreased drive, decrease everything. Like when you're tired, like look at it, you pretty much have to have that coffee or that caffeine, and if you don't have it, you're fucked, right? And it's because your brain just isn't on. It's like running on 30%. So give yourself the rest that you need. I personally aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. Some people are cool off of 6. Some people are cool off of 10. Find your sweet spot and marry it. All right. Stay consistent with the amount of rest that you get. Go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time. It doesn't matter when you go to bed and wake up. Everybody has different shifts because they work different jobs. But do your very fucking best to at least aim between 7 to 9 hours of sleep consistently, so that you can give your body the best chance at recovering and at healing, and better yet, producing, secreting, and utilizing your body's natural testosterone. Okay. And last but not least, this one is kind of a fucking bummer, especially because if you're listening to this on the live stream, we're recording this on a Friday and it's summertime and it's good out. You know how we like to do on Fridays, man. People like to drink. Okay. And this one is about drinking. Okay. You got to limit your alcohol consumption if you want to focus on building, or at least boosting, your natural testosterone. Okay. This one, as I said, is probably one of the hardest for us to control, because getting plastered from time to time is fun, but it will keep you fat and full of estrogen. And for those of you listening to this that don't know what estrogen is, it's the female hormone. So I think of testosterone being the man's hormone, estrogen being the female hormone. The more estrogen you have as a guy, the worse it is, and vice versa for women. The more testosterone you have than estrogen as a woman, the worse off it is. It gives you that deep voice, more facial hair. You know what I mean? You don't want that as a girl. And for a guy, it gives you fucking bitch tits, man boobs, however you want to call it, and it makes you look pregnant, okay? Especially beer, okay? Beer is hey, it's a reason why Homer Simpson looked pregnant, all right? He's drinking all that damn duff. So you got to put the beer down. There's a lot of phytoestrogens, which are like basically plant-sourced female hormones, put it that way, that when you do drink beer consistently, you're going to be ingesting, and it's really going to hurt your natural production of testosterone and overall muscle retention, muscle gain, and fat loss. Like you won't be able to lose as much fat if you have a lot more phytoestrogens in your body and you're not working out because you're drinking so much fucking beer. So lay off on the beer. You know what I mean? I'm going to recommend that. Also, it does dehydrate you. There are ways to manipulate this dehydration effect if you're already lean, or if you have a lot of muscle to look really lean. Shout out to Kevin Levroni. If you guys know about the black coffee and vodka, again, I'm not recommending any of you guys do this, but there are some purposes for alcohol that could be used for an anabolic effect. But for the most part, stay the fuck away from alcohol, especially if you're not shredded or in shape and you struggle with your diet, because chances are you have a lot of body fat on you, and chances are you're not in a position to be utilizing that. Okay. So excessive alcohol intake has been linked to decreased levels of testosterone, and it's not new to science. It's not new to health. Everybody's known this. All right. It's why beer drinkers have hefty man boobs and the beer baby in their fucking gut. All right. You don't want to be like Homer Simpson. Focus on staying away, reducing and or controlling your alcohol consumption. And if you're going to drink, let it be something clear, low in calories, like a vodka or a gin or something, because at least that way you're not getting a fuck ton of phytoestrogens through all that beer and a bunch of those empty calories. I mean, it's still all empty calories, but it's a lot more manageable and a lot more easy to control if it's more concentrated. All right. You don't want to be having volumes and volumes of, barley, man. It's not good for you. It's not good for your guts. It's not good for your testosterone. And it's definitely not good for your manhood if you do it all of the time. Okay. And notice, guys, out of all these 4 tips today on boosting testosterone, which I will run through really quickly, which is number 1, eat more healthy fats. Number 2, get enough vitamin D or micronutrients, especially for deficient. 3, get enough rest/sleep. And 4, limiting your alcohol consumption. Out of all these 4 tips, guys, you notice we didn't even talk about working out. We didn't talk about going to the gym to boost your natural testosterone. Well, does going to the gym boost your natural testosterone? Absolutely, because you're putting on more lean tissue, and to do that, to put on tissue in general, outside of the way your nutrition has to be set up, you are going to be bringing yourself closer to an anabolic state, which means that you're going to be producing and utilizing more natural testosterone than you're not using. And the reason why we didn't talk about working out was because, let's be fucking honest. If you're listening to this episode, if you want 4 tips to boost your natural testosterone and you're already not working out, there's something fucking wrong with you. And I'm just going to, again, some tough love right here. I got to G-check you, because you shouldn't be looking for the 4 tips to, boost testosterone, or 3 tips to lose your abs in 1 week, or all that shit. Because if you're looking for a quick fix, you'll never get it. I'm going to remind you, if you're looking for a quick fix, you will never get it, right? All the good things come from hard work. If not hard work, then a medium effort and an extremely consistent trajectory. All right? So I didn't talk about working out because it's a non-negotiable. And if you're serious about biohacking your body or boosting your natural testosterone and getting the most out of your genetics, you are already working out before you listen to this episode. And if you're not working out, this is your message to start working out, and not just going there to, dilly-dally around and just talk to your boys. I'm talking about actually fucking training, hurt yourself metaphorically. Don't get injured, of course, but really train. All right. Make it painful, make it hurt. And that's the only way it's going to work. All right. Let's flip the switch and start producing more natural testosterone with those 4 tips. Again, I'm going to repeat them to you. Don't forget them. Eat more healthy fats. Get enough vitamin D or micronutrients, especially for deficient. Get enough sleep and limit your alcohol consumption. 4 things that cost absolutely free. Okay. Or if anything, you have the food in your fridge. If anything, you're just going to go to the supplement store to buy some supplements there. If it's vitamin D or whatever micronutrients that you are deficient in, make sure that you get them. All right. That's it. That's all. If you like this episode, share it out with a friend. I hope I was able to deliver a valuable experience to you guys and girls today. Again, let's embrace your inner meathead together. It's been nice chatting. Hope you like what today's topic was about. IFBB Pro, Matt Butale, signing out. Boom. All right, folks. Podcast episode's recorded. See what's happening here. Yoshi, was good, homie. I see you. Shout out to everybody that joined earlier on. Shout out to y'all. Says, let's go. Stay away from the alcohol, period. Alcohol equals girls with a personality. Without a personality. I mean, sure, man. Fuck. If you want to call it that. Yo, what's good, Tristan? I see you, homie. Shout out to you. Dylan Andrews says, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you too, homie. Much love. Thanks for everyone that joined on TikTok. I'm getting some silly questions here on TikTok that honestly, I like the fact that you joined, but it's a waste of time. I'm not going to read that shit. Thank you for trying to make me laugh if you really wanted to. That vitamin D is essential. I'm wilding my bad. That's crazy. Did you hear Michael Jackson faked his death? Yes, I heard that. It's a rumor. I don't know why TikTok's so silly. Let's see. So people I don't know. These people are funny. Like every time on TikTok, I get called a different rapper or a different person. Like it's jokes. It's funny. Let's see. Speeding tickets I ran is damn. Man, don't get in trouble, JTS. Don't be getting in trouble. Don't be escaping the cops for a workout. That's crazy. Yo, you want to go live? Yeah, we can go live together, bro. Let's do it, bro. Get this guy an invite. Why not? This shit not working. Oh, so the invite sent. Yeah, if you want to go live together, we can go live. I recorded the podcast already, so you can go live here or we can go live on Instagram. It's up to you, bro. I literally don't care. I just recorded the episode, so we're good.